A young woman's ambition takes her on a journey beyond her wildest dreams, into a world of glittering lights and endless possibilities. But behind the allure lies a path she could never have imagined. Stay tuned for a tale of beauty, choices, and the lessons life teaches when the stakes are highest. In the heart of a busy Ibadan city, amidst the cacophony of honking cars and the vibrant hum of marketplace chatter, lived a young woman named Adana. Born into modest circumstances in the dusty outskirts of the metropolis, Adana was the daughter of a seamstress and a retired mason. Her parents had little, but they had love, wisdom, and the kind of resilience that only years of hardship could forge. Adana was known far and wide for her striking beauty. Her skin, as smooth and radiant as polished mahogany, her large, expressive eyes, and a smile that could light up even the gloomiest room made her the envy of many and the object of admiration for countless suitors. Yet, it wasn't just her beauty that set her apart. Adana was intelligent and ambitious, dreaming of a life far removed from the grinding poverty that had marked her family's existence. "Mama, one day I will live in a mansion," she often said as she helped her mother hem clothes in their small, dimly lit workshop. "I will wear clothes so fine that people will stop and stare when I walk by. I will be the queen of my own world." Her mother, Amoka, would smile softly but worry silently. She had seen the lure of quick wealth consume too many bright souls in the city. "My daughter, wealth gained without honor is like a flame in dry grass, it burns brightly but dies quickly," she'd caution. Adana would laugh and wave her mother's words away. "Mama, I will make my wealth the right way," she'd promise. But as years passed and opportunities seemed to slip through her fingers, Adana's patience wore thin. After finishing her schooling, she worked tirelessly as a receptionist at a local clinic. The pay barely covered their rent and her siblings' school fees. The mansion she dreamed of seemed farther away with every passing day. Then one day, fate intervened in the form of Chioma, an old schoolmate who had returned to the neighborhood after years of absence. Chioma was unrecognizable, her once simple attire replaced with designer dresses, her fingers adorned with glittering rings, and her presence exuding an air of glamour and sophistication. She drove a sleek car that turned heads wherever it went. "Adana!" Chioma exclaimed as she stepped out of her car. "Is this you? My goodness, you haven't changed a bit. Still as beautiful as ever." Adana blushed at the compliment, her heart racing as she took in Chioma's opulence. Chioma's life was everything Adana dreamed of, and more. Over drinks at a high-end cafe, Chioma regaled Adana with tales of her glamorous lifestyle. She spoke of exotic vacations, lavish parties, and a wardrobe brimming with designer clothes. When Adana asked how she had achieved such success, Chioma's smile turned sly. "It's simple," Chioma said, leaning in conspiratorially. "You just have to know how to play the game. There are men out there willing to pay anything for a beautiful woman's company. And there's so much money in, let's call it opportunity spotting." Adana's brow furrowed. "Opportunity spotting?" Chioma laughed. "Don't worry about the details now. Just know this, if you're ready to leave this dusty life behind, I can show you the way." Adana's heart pounded. This was the chance she had been waiting for. Yet, a small voice in her head, her mother's voice, urged caution. But Adana silenced the voice, convincing herself that this was her destiny. She deserved a better life. Adana moved into Chioma's plush apartment in the city's most exclusive neighborhood. Her initiation into the fast lane was swift. Chioma introduced her to wealthy businessmen and politicians who lavished her with gifts and money. At first, all Adana had to do was attend parties and dinners, dazzling these men with her beauty and charm. But it wasn't long before the expectations became more explicit. Adana hesitated at first, but the allure of the lifestyle was too strong. The money came in faster than she could spend it, and with it came the trappings of success she had always dreamed of. Designer clothes filled her closet, and her social media was a gallery of luxury, champagne toast on yachts, selfies in five-star hotels, and snapshots of exotic destinations. Her followers grew by the thousands, each one admiring her blessed life. Yet, beneath the glittering surface, cracks began to show. The men who funded her lifestyle were often controlling and possessive. Adana's days and nights were no longer her own. And then there was the introduction of drugs, first as a way to keep up with the endless parties, and later as a way to numb the growing emptiness she felt inside. One night, Adana met Desmond, a wealthy businessman with connections to the underworld. Desmond was different from the others. He was charming, attentive, and showered her with gifts more extravagant than anything she had ever received. He promised to take her to even greater heights, and Adana, blinded by ambition, believed him. Desmond introduced Adana to a darker world. He involved her in his drug operations, using her beauty and social connections to lure new clients. At first, Adana justified it as just another opportunity. But as the months passed, she found herself deeper in a web of deceit and danger. Desmond's charm gave way to cruelty, and Adana became a prisoner in her own gilded cage. One fateful night, a drug deal went wrong, and Desmond's associates turned on him. Adana witnessed a side of the world she had never imagined: violence, betrayal, and despair. Fearing for her life, she fled, leaving behind the luxury she had once cherished. Adana returned to her family's modest home, her spirit broken and her once radiant beauty dimmed by the weight of her experiences. Her mother, despite her earlier warnings, welcomed her with open arms. "My daughter," she said, tears streaming down her face, "you are alive, and for that, I am grateful. Whatever you've been through, you can start again." Adana's journey to redemption was not easy. She battled her addiction, faced judgment from those who had once envied her, and struggled to find her place in the world. But with her family's support, she began to rebuild her life, using her story as a cautionary tale to mentor young girls in her community. Through her pain, Adana discovered a new purpose. She started a foundation to help vulnerable girls resist the law of the fast lane, teaching them skills to build sustainable and honorable livelihoods. Though she never achieved the wealth she once dreamed of, she found something far more valuable: peace, purpose, and the love of her family. Adana's story became a legend in her community, a modern-day folktale that parents told their children to warn them of the dangers of chasing empty dreams. And whenever someone asked her if she regretted her choices, Adana would smile softly and say, "All that glitters is not gold." But sometimes, it takes losing everything to learn what truly matters. Thank you for joining us on this powerful journey of ambition, choices, and redemption. If this story moved you, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. For more captivating tales like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay inspired.